Well, I'm back in memory of our ancestors. Today's subject is going to be to my family, my extended family, immediate family, and all my family from the seed of Abraham and Amanda Morris. Also, from my wife's side, her family, which is the Bowden Williams clan. Okay, let's get started. What I'm saying, my sister Tima is the matriarch of this family. And right now, I want to include all of our people. And so I'm saying to my grandchildren, my children, my great grandchildren, my great great nieces, great great nephews, all my family. I'm so proud that I have this channel. Yesterday, a nephew of mine from Maryland called me. He works in the operating room in Maryland. He's my oldest brother's child. And he reached out to me. And now I'm trying to say by using his point, him getting contact with me from my pod. Call me, talk to me. I have a story to tell about this family because we are a great family. We have Chinese, Puerto Rican, American Indian, Philippine, Caucasian. My oldest sister's first husband was his name was Ahmed Ben Kasmoin, and he is half Chinese, half Japanese. In other words, I have a story of this family. No fiction, no fake. This is truth. I have a nephew that's a police in Dallas. I have another nephew that's a lawyer. Now I have another nephew that just contacted me yesterday. He is a doctor. So I'm saying, whilst I'm still here, call me and let me tell you the story of our family. Don't let nobody tell you about me. Let me tell you the story. As a young man, my father, I love him so much. I talk to him every day. I have a picture of all my ancestors on my wall. My father said, Jamo, I said, yeah, daddy. You go to school? I said, no, I don't. They don't teach me nothing. He said, what you want to do? I said, well, daddy, I want to go in the army. So he take me to Whitehall Street, to the recruiting station, and the recruiter gives me a little test. But I know that I wasn't ready for that test. But that man seen in me that I wanted to do something else other than run the streets and be a fool. So he give me a passing grade. So then he asks my father, what are you, Mr. Morris? My father, at this time, in which I've explained through this, if you listen, I don't lie. My father was in this country illegally from 1919. He married my mother in 1925. He doesn't get his citizenship paper till 1947. Okay? But Anyway, so I go in the army. What I'm trying to, I might go around and around in circles. But what I'm trying to, the life I've led is why I'm at this point today. We, I, we are so been indoctrinated to mistrust each other and dislike one another. They've invaded us, our minds. You're a Methodist, you're a Baptist, you're a Jehovah's Witness, you're this, you're that, you this, you that. We are Africans. And they took that out of us. But no, I'm gonna put it back in you. So if you come around me and you don't like me telling you about Africa, thank you very much. I have no problem with that. But I'm looking out, I'm 86 years young. I am watching this sister. She's saying the same thing I'm saying about I'm here in America. But I know that when I meet Italian, he said, I'm Italian American. I meet a Jewish person. I'm Jewish and I'm Israeli. A German, I'm American, I'm German. But when it comes to us, by me using at the end of each of my podcasts, that slavery was a crime against humanity. This is a part of it. They have taken the love of our country out of our hearts. And like I say, I listen to this sister every day, repeatedly. Just like you go to your church, your mosque, your whatever, and you talk about the same thing. They said it started in 2,000 years ago, even though this earth is much more older than 2,000 years. You become a doctor, or you want to move over here and pay $1 million for a house. That's all right. I was starting to watch, and I'm staying in a watch. I ain't ashamed of my brothers and sisters. I will stay and watch until they take me out and go to whatever they're gonna do with me. I don't. I know what I want, you know. But that's what. Let's go around that anyway. But anyway, I'm talking to all my nieces and nephews, and they tell, oh, uncle on this or granddaddy on this or granny on that. You might not like what I say, but I have a right to say it. Because this white hair on my head, God let me say it. The God I serve, He is the greatest. He had put in my body that I love my people and nobody can destroy us but ourselves. So listen to me. When you see anybody listen to my pods, see me in the street, you may not like what I said or like any part of what I said, but I had a right to say it. I had this land up in the high desert, and I said I was gonna make it the African Family Village. What's that for? Well, because of the anchor, I am African. Like I did 3 DNAs. I wanted the third one, I wanted to know where my father was from. So the other day I get the DNA that it says Gabon. Gabon ain't where my father was from. But my father, being when him and my mother married, she was 16. He didn't even speak good English. So they lived a lie till 1947 was when we go to Ellis Island and they when we come back, my sisters asked me, Daddy, what did they ask you? And he says, well, they asked me who the first president, George Washington. And get out of here. And my mother said, these 8 to 9 children, what are you going to do with them? Well, my mother was a fighter, of which I'm going to blast out tomorrow about my mother and her mother, her mother, her mother, her mother. But what I'm trying to say, this sister I listen to every day. There's another sister on the, and I say to any of my black brothers and sisters, don't just let them bull jive you about 1 month out of the year that you're proud of being African or descended from Africa. Live it 24/7 just like they live theirs 24/7. I'll give you an example. Whenever any of my father's countrymen, he spoke many different languages because Mr. Mears, he was from Pakistan. Mr. Robinson was from India. And Mr. Mears, Mr. Mears, Mr. Robinson, all these were friends of my father's. And then the man in this picture where my father, I got a picture on my wall. My father's coming to America from in Alaska. Is a guy walks up to him and said, "You going to America?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." He gave him some papers. He said, your name George Miller." So at that time, if you were Asian, you went in the army or the Marines or whatever, you were Caucasian. That's the way of creating, telling them other people that everybody looked down on black people. That was then. And he married Marion Miller, and they had Nikki, Patty, and Kathy. So 50 years back, Kathy comes to California. She says, she tells all my children and them that she was my half sister. So she don't tell me. So when we get, I called her when she got back to Baltimore. I said, "Kathy, how come you didn't tell me you was my sister?" "Well, I thought you were going to get mad at me. If I love you as a ten cousin, I had to love you as a sister." But we have these secrets in these families, but I am going to tell it like it is. But anyway, so she calls me and she sends me, "Oh, this is your cousin's sister." I still love her. I loved her as a ten cousin, and I love her as a sister, whatever. But that was between my mother and my father. My mother was a great woman because after she found out, she didn't treat my father bad. She had been a mother and a family woman. And when my father got low sick, my mother went to work and she came home, took care of him, and she made him comfortable till the day he died. That's how great a woman my mother was. Because we make mistakes in life. We have to, if you say you're religious and you can't forgive, then there's something wrong with that. And then when people beat you over the head, say, "God this, God that," wait a minute. What God you talking about? So anyway, I gotta go, but this is my part for today. But anyway, let me say this also. And why I say it is because I'm gonna let them know exactly what I'm talking about. Slavery was a crime against humanity yesterday, today, and forever. So I'm not going to change the script. They can come in here and give me $1 million. And I would take that $1 million and tell them I'm going to do what I want to do with this $1 million. You're not going to tell me or dictate to me what I do or who I sell down the river. Okay, I'll tell you what I would do if this happened. I would get me a piece of land. I'd build me a house in the middle. It would be if the families around me want to have come dinner at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they can come so, or meeting hall and everything. Then I would have this one in the house, agriculture. This one in the house, taking care of animals, just like what Muhammad wanted to do. That's why when he had the 5 wives, it wasn't for him, it was for a necessity. So I can take, even though I don't profess to know religion, but each religion brings something to the table because you're a human being and all us human beings bring something to the table. And don't look down because whenever people are slick, I can be, me and my wife go somewhere and I might say anything. Well, you can say anything, so I would say anything. And they don't look at what I'm looking at me. They looking at what she's the reaction she gives. Well, they of course she gonna disagree with me because I'm not a Christian, but I ain't got no problem with that. But that's the way it is. And just like I have nothing against the different nationalities, but remember, you represent two cultures, and both of them must be equally thought about. Don't put this one down. See, just like they killed this young man the other day. And a continuation. And why I'm talking like this is because I have grandchildren and grandsons, especially, and nephews and nieces. And when they go somewhere, if you see something going on, keep on stepping because they will automatically put you in it, even though you just be standing there. But yet the guy that's taking the movie of the situation, you can hear him click his gun. So he's a part of the crime. But they ain't got him like they got the other two in jail. But if it was a black person, it was a black person in that car taking the movies, they would have automatically arrested if it was a black person. They would have arrested that guy in the camera. They got arrested them, both of them the same day. They wouldn't wait a week. We don't have equally all the time we've been in this country. They tell about the Constitution. What Constitution? You came here stealing the land from the Indians. Then you put them on reservations. Then you wonder why they ain't doing no good because you don't give them when you sign the treaties with them. Everywhere you go, you're trying to create hate and discontentment. You go down to Venezuela, you're trying to put some clown in over the people are voting for. Now, are we that stupid? And it goes on and on and on. Just like after the Second World War. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Then they go in there. The missionaries go into Japan. Them Japan say, "You get the hell out of here. We don't want to hear that stuff. You done kill all my people. Now you gonna tell me about God and love? Open up your mind. Think for yourself. But you can't say what I say if you want to make it in this world. But you can let me say what I say. That way, I'm taking the bump for you. Okay. So anyway, again, just remember, slavery was a crime against humanity. Yesterday, today, and forever. Thank you very much.